Everything we can sense is shaped by absolute laws that govern how the universe works. Like the law of gravity, these unseen forces are always at work, affecting us in small ways that we are not even aware of. In this dark world, quantum physics shows us how our thoughts connect us to the universe. If we understand how these laws work, we can use this link to our benefit. Because all people are linked, what we do affects not only our own lives, but also the lives of others and the universe itself. We are always changing reality with our thoughts, or more accurately, with our awareness. We are in tune with the universal forces that guide our lives when we master the spiritual energy that flows through us. These laws are always there and shape our world in small ways. They will have an effect on us in some way because they can't be changed. The first step to a life full of wealth is to understand and accept them. We will talk about the secrets of the universe and how we can use them to change our lives in this audiobook. You have what it takes to make the life of your dreams come true. Let the power of conscious creation flow in Chapter 1. Understanding how the mind works opens up a lot of interesting possibilities, not just in terms of being productive, fixing problems, and learning new things, but also in terms of its spiritual potential, which leads to control of physical creation. This is the power of your consciousness, the source from which your fate is made. The first law of success, the law of expression, talks about how thoughts become real things. According to quantum physics, consciousness is responsible for the creation of all known universes. Modern science is looking into different ideas about how mind can build worlds. One of these is cosmic, which says that conscious will was needed for the complex development of our world. A different idea looks at how the basic building blocks of the universe come together to make the real world. One more idea looks at how our awareness picks from the huge number of options that are always available to us when it comes to measuring particles and waves. It seems that purpose and awareness are strong forces, even in the observer-created reality theory. The science basis for these quantum ideas is very interesting, but we're more interested in your world as an observer-creator. The first show shows that what you think or see about yourself shapes your world. Take a moment to think about what you usually notice or think about yourself. Do you think these results are good or bad? Given this, what kind of world do you think you can make happen? In your diary, you should write about these important things. But this is only the beginning of your fate coming true. It is important to learn about your awareness and how it shapes your life, because it creates your world. In order to understand how this happens, just take a look at you to see this power in work. Instead of arguing about whether or not reality is made by a higher consciousness, focus on what you see in nature. This will help you understand how deeply your own consciousness affects your daily life. There are examples of dedication all around me. The chef's hard work can be seen in the delicious dish in front of me. The musician's love can be heard in the notes of a live performance. The inventor's creativity can be seen in the tools that make our lives easier, and the teacher's care can help students reach their fullest potential. The skill of a farmer gives me fresh food, and the skill of an artist gives me a well-fitted suit. I am always amazed by how creative and talented other people are, which shows that people can do anything they set their minds to. When we fully accept the reality that consciousness created in all of its forms and work it into everything, we can see the beauty and power of nature everywhere. Imagine everything from a tiny rock on a road to the huge midnight sky, from a paper airplane to the complicated national energy grid. Everything starts and grows with imagination. Every expression is based on this truth. Awareness is the cause of everything. Even though not all of it works, even a small amount of it does. The building and collapse of the World Trade Center were both planned acts. Your success, or lack of success, in your daily life first shows up in your awareness. problems and setbacks are caused by your own thoughts if you see them everywhere. To see your own power, look at things that bring you wealth and success. Everything you do is energy that is slowly building up in the pot of your mind, turning into what you will finally call your life. There is a clear law of expression that says you can't bring something into the world that isn't fully formed inside you. Because your mind makes your world, you need to have a clear, conflict-free picture of what success looks and feels like before you can experience it. Question: what is making you aware right now? The idea that your awareness shapes your fate doesn't always mean that you are knowingly shaping your fate. There are a lot of us who don't know how we got to be where we are now. A lot of people don't even know they're to blame for the things that happen to them. They see life as a set of events that happen to other people and are not their fault. There are times when they become aware that what they're going through is something they caused. Because of this, one of the most important parts of the law of manifestation is to find out exactly what you are focused on. The questions below are meant to help you connect with this important part of making your future. This exercise will help you become more aware of the way your awareness is moving as you read about the different levels of manifestation in the next chapter, Making Yourself More Aware. Have you ever stopped to think about what you're thinking? How often do you really think about what will happen if you make a decision or do something? For many, what they do doesn't make sense or even explain why they do it. They don't really do anything. They just float through time and respond without realizing it. These people have what I call the zombie consciousness. They go through life every day in a state of unconsciousness, following their habits and acting based on their feelings, only doing what's needed. Don't worry if this sounds like how you've done things in the past. You have the power to wake up. You can choose a brighter and higher mind and move toward a life that is much better than any you have ever had, maybe even better than any dream you had. Consciousness is something that can be chosen at any time. It's the choice to be aware of the present moment and to see and put first what really counts, what really supports and values your growth in life. What am I focusing my consciousness on right now should be your constant question, and what am I creating with this type of consciousness should be your follow-up question. What you focus on shapes how your fate shows up in the world. You need to focus on the good things in your life more than the bad things, as well as your goals and interests, if you want to change what your mind makes. You can choose to think about the good things you have now and the good things you will get in the future. Instead of letting unthinking responses and distractions take you away from your goals, you should always take planned steps toward them. Chapter 2. How to create and attract things to you. The first law of success is about making things happen, and the second law is about drawing things to you. These two forces have the most powerful effect on your future when they work together. The first one is about the power of your mind, and the second one is about the power of your body. Many energy patterns are at work in the world today. These are surprisingly strong, but often secret forces that have clear and observable effects. For example, when you press the call button on your cell phone and type in a certain number, the series of numbers is sent through a satellite thousands of miles away to the right listener. When another phone rings, the energy of your voice is sent back and forth, making it possible for people far away to have a clear chat. People have used and moved energy in a huge number of different ways. All of the things we've talked about so far, as well as many others we haven't, have very big effects. But this isn't just true for technology, information, and science. The universe's energy work has many effects on each of us, most of which we don't even notice. The law of attraction says that we can only draw the same kind of energy that we send out. This is true whether we are successful or happy directly. Based on the quantum physics theory, this power of pull is present in everything, including people. Energy rings are the name scientists give to the waves that fill the universe. This force is always moving through us, coming from us, and all around us. Everyone in the universe is a part of a huge trade and growth of this force going on all the time, whether they are aware of it or not. Our energy comes from inside and links with others who have the same frequency. What and who we attract in life depends on this. Every one of us is like a small radio station that sends out messages all the time about our lives and ourselves. People and places that send these signs to us are the ones that connect with us and become a part of our lives. In fact, what we call chemistry, whether it's in a love or business setting, is just resonance, which means that two people's signs and movements match up. So, if you want to be successful, you need to know how your energy is made and what you are sending out about yourself right now. Alert from your energy field. Beings with energy, we send energy out into the universe from our bodies. From time to time, this energy field talks to the energy of the universe or other people, giving us emotional signs that depend on how we're feeling. It shows the world a part of you that people may not be aware of, but strongly feel linked to, your energy at its core. Since this frequency is something you make, you need to change what you put on your energy calling card if you're unhappy with the people or situations you've attracted so far, or if you want to achieve the success you want. It's something you can change, though. Once you know what makes your vibrational resonance happen, you can change what you draw by raising your magnetic frequency. The waves you make come from how you feel, what you think, and your personal energy. In this way, you are always talking to the universe through the energy you give off, which is the universe's language. Let's look into this more closely. Feelings and energy. Your emotional connection may be the most powerful way to show who you are. Every day, your emotions send clear messages about who you are and what you want from the world. If you're always worried, for example, that's what you project, and you'll keep drawing into your life things that make you afraid. If anger takes over, you're sending a message that you expect hostility, which is exactly what you'll get. You can choose to be calm and happy, though, and that will send the message that you expect the world to be full of happiness. Your energy and expectations will then bring more of that into your life. If you feel calm and sure of yourself, those feelings will send out a magnetic field that will pull people and events into your life, making you feel even more peaceful. What you send out will definitely come back to you. This is your vibration world. Because they are so strong in your heart and mind, your main feelings power the making of your fate. The more powerful your events are, the more highly charged they are. Because of this, a change toward better feelings is a basic condition of the law of attraction. It's an energy fact that how good your mental life is decides how good your whole life is. The law is very clear about this. The universe will give you back your joy, love, and happiness, just as it will give you back your fears, anger, and sadness. But where do feelings come from? Where does this strong energy come from that you're always surrounded by? There is an exciting cause behind every feeling. Whether it's anger or love, sadness or happiness, grief or excitement, boredom or knowledge, every feeling has a seed, and that seed is thought. The key is thought. You send your energy out into the world in a second way, through your mind. Since you think about things all the time, they are always sending vibrational messages into your energy field. They're also where your mental energy comes from, which makes them even more important to your success. Thinking of yourself as competent makes you feel hopeful, while thinking of yourself as inadequate makes you feel hopeless. What would bring you wonderful results? Peace of mind and good thoughts are the only ways to get the results you want. For most people, the process of thinking might seem random and unplanned, like something you just go through instead of choosing. You might not know how to think positively because you've never been taught it, or your thoughts might change depending on the people or things around you. One thing is for sure: if your life feels like it needs more, the universe is telling you to take charge of your thinking. People often think negatively because they are afraid of things that are deep down, like the future, being rejected, or failing. Fear of the future can look like a small worry or a strong unease about terrible things that might happen in one's life. People often ask, what if I lose that client? What if the meeting doesn't go well? What if I get sick and die? These worries, which often make you feel like bad things are about to happen, make it hard for you to focus on the here and now. There are many kinds of fear of rejection, ranging from deep-seated fear of being left alone to fear of being judged. These views often make people who have them be very hard on themselves and sometimes even hate themselves. They worry about things like, what if my spouse leaves me, because they doubt themselves all the time? What if I get fired? This is a negative thought loop because fear of failing often feeds into the other two. A person with self-doubt might believe thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'm not capable, or I'm not worth anything. Because of these fears, you can't take risks and seize opportunities, which gets in the way of your personal and professional growth. To get over these fears, you must first understand where they come from. By recognizing and changing these negative thought patterns, you can start to build a stronger and more positive mind and start living a better, healthy life. You don't have to stay stuck in old habits, no matter what your life is like. Now is the time to understand how your thoughts, feelings, and energy are linked. Remember that our feelings and thoughts work together to make energy. Your personal energy field's frequency is equal to the most powerful thoughts you have and the strongest feelings you feel most often. This is the pulsing energy that sends your message and decides what you bring into your life. If you're unhappy with what you've accomplished, either at work or in your personal life, you need to change your mood. You can't change the second part of the solution without also changing the first part. This is something that all math students know. Negative thoughts and feelings can't be added together to get anything other than negative energy, and finally, negative effects. It's like adding 2 and 2 and getting something other than 4. The pure intention law is in Chapter 3. The next 2 rules depend on what you want to do and why you want to do it. The real goal of your desire is hidden behind every action and goal, even if you're not fully aware of it. Due to its powerful nature, this can either make your feelings stronger or weaker. If you want to connect with the powerful forces of the third universal law, you must have a clean purpose that is not based on fear, anger, or hopelessness. To put it more simply, your drive must be real, healthy, and able to respect both you and others. With these laws, and the ones that are coming soon, your life goals will be more clear. Now is the best time to think about why you do what you do if you haven't already. Once you act from a pure intention, which means you don't have any fear, doubt, or panic, the law of pure intention says that something good will happen. When you let go of your fears, the energy of your drive changes from negative and rigid to positive and open. You'll move from energies of hunger and desperation to energies of hope and anticipation. These are very important parts of this law. When you drive yourself with fear or doubt, you can only create negative energy around your goals. These feelings, which come from feeling like you don't have enough, send out waves of disgusting energy. There are clear bad signs that come from fear, such as, I can't do this, I don't deserve it, I'm lost. You can only attract things and people that back up your bad views when you have this connection. Any good energy you try to project is blocked by doubt and fear, which goes against the most important parts of the third universal law. For the pure intention machine to work, people must have good intentions, and it is powered by hope, excitement, and trust. To be able to move easily through the universe, your wants must be wrapped up in these feelings. Hope gives you strength, cheers you up, and lets your heart be open. This is where your energy and drive come from. Without hope, you can't get excited about what you want or keep your energy high enough to keep going when things get hard. The process of making your dreams come true is sped up by excitement and energy, which are like boosters in your life. You can't keep up these strong feelings, though, if you don't have real hope, the unwavering belief that your dreams can and will come true. Hopelessness can also be a big part of sadness and sorrow, which are very dark emotions that can't be changed by beauty or light. Keeping different intentions in check. There are a lot of people who struggle with having conflicting feelings about their goals. Even if they say they really want to follow through on a goal or dream, there is often a shadow of doubt or fear lurking below the surface. This doubt or fear comes from past failures or not knowing what the future holds. This dual purpose makes for a complicated inner world where the strong desire to achieve lives alongside persistent doubts and fears. On the one hand, they have a clear idea of what they want to accomplish, which drives their main goal with determination and desire. The weight of past mistakes or the insecurity of success, on the other hand, throws a shadow, creating a second purpose that sends doubts and worries into their minds. This internal tug-of-war between hope and fear, ambition and doubt, can have a big effect on the energy they send out into the universe, which in turn has an effect on the things that happen in their lives. When this happens, your goals fight in your energy field, making your wants full of desperation and contradiction. It's possible that you're thinking, I want, I desire, but deep down you're feeling, it's hopeless, it can't be. How do you think the universe will react to this? Negative feelings tend to have a bigger energetic charge, which means they have a stronger effect on the process of creation. The more hopeless and depressed you seem, the more the universe will respect your wish to keep these difficult forces in your life. From want to being deserving. You have to believe you deserve something in order to ask for it. This is the next important part of the law of pure desire. If you want something, you have to really believe that you earn it. Our sense of worthiness grows deep inside us from the very beginning, like the roots of a tree. Think about a child growing up in a home where everyone's efforts and successes are always recognized and praised. The child feels like they are good enough as they learn to connect their actions with love and support in this caring setting. Imagine a different child growing up in a place where love and dedication are uncommon, where achievements are not valued, and where criticism is always present. In this environment, the child may learn that they don't deserve love and respect, and that their attempts will never be enough. As we get older, these early events shape how we think about ourselves and how much we deserve good things. They become the lens through which we see ourselves and the world around us. If we always got approval and praise, we might feel good about ourselves and like we deserve to succeed. If we were ignored and scolded, on the other hand, we might feel like we're not good enough or worthy. Most of the time, we don't even realize it, but these views stay with us into adults. Sometimes, when we don't think we earn it, we get in the way of our own success or look to other people for approval and praise. Our ideas have an impact on how we see the universe and the events we have. Let go of what you want. As overused as it may be, holding on to something because you need it or are desperate will only hold you back. It severely limits your energy, which you'll have to let go of at some point. Getting rid of these ideas about neediness and conditional worthiness is a key step toward the ultimate freedom, not being attached to anything. Surrendering is the last thing that you need to do to follow the law of pure desire. That way, you're not giving up on your goals or wishes. Instead, you're giving up your connection, your strong need to make it happen. When you are desperate, you can't have a pure desire because you are driven by fear instead of confidence. Giving up this is the most important thing you can do to trust yourself and the future. No matter what happens, it recognizes that you have the power to make yourself happy. When you read the next law, which says that despair and hurry only get in the way of your plans to succeed and win, it becomes shockingly clear how important it is to have this trusting attitude. Chapter 4. Going from needing help to being able to help yourself. Imagine that you have a strong desire to achieve that comes from within, but feelings of not having enough or not being good enough that come from personal weaknesses and cultural stresses are often hidden below the surface. The energy field that these clashing feelings create around your wishes is making it hard for them to come true. Where do these worries and questions come from? They often happen because of social conditioning that says success means having things and getting other people's approval. Our society pushes people to always compare themselves to others, praises the need for more, and thinks that happiness is hard to find. Keeping an eye on external signs of success feeds a loop of unhappiness and longing that makes people feel even less good about themselves and less worthy. While you wait impatiently for your wants to come true, you unknowingly send out a painful energy into the universe. You feel extreme desire and despair because you focus on what you don't have and are envious of people who have what you want. This energy signature makes you want things that you can't have because it pushes away the things you want. The law of ironic purpose tells us that our strong desire only makes the things we really want move farther away. When we act out of fear and failure, we hurt our own chances of success by attracting situations and people that make us feel even worse about ourselves. When we shift our focus from lack to abundance, from helplessness to power, we are vibratorily aligned. It means that we need to learn how to be the grateful and happy people we want to see in our lives. When we align our thoughts and feelings with the energy of wealth, we attract situations that reflect how strong and happy we are inside, which opens up a world of options for us. How to get around the paradox. A lot of people find it hard to separate themselves from the sense of urgency that comes with their wants. They've blended a lot of different feelings into the hope that their dreams will come true. They worry about how they'll handle things if their wants aren't met. They fear that their goals may be out of reach and that they'll never accept that. The main thought that goes through their minds when they have paradoxical purpose is, "I can't be happy without it." This idea makes it so that they can't find happiness, which becomes their reality. You can see the secret paradox of personal success with the help of the law of paradoxical purpose. It says you can get what you want while still knowing you don't need it to be happy. Focusing on peaceful desire instead of wild hunger is what this principle says we should do. Instead of showing that you're waiting for happiness, show that you're ready to wait for your goal. If you need a certain kind of success in order to be at peace and happy, you'll feel desperate, which will make your connection with success weak. So, being clear about your goals is very important, and you shouldn't be afraid to look at your reasons. You should work toward your goals because you want to make your life happier, not because you'll be unhappy without them. When it comes to personal interactions, Wanting approval or love from a sexual partner can make you feel dependent and unsafe. People can make more genuine and satisfying relationships with others if they learn to be detached and realize that their worth isn't based on what other people think of them. Accepting detachment doesn't mean giving up your hopes and dreams. Instead, it means letting go of your connection to specific results and being happy in the present. People can find more happiness and satisfaction in their lives, no matter what is going on around them, if they think about peaceful desire instead of desperate wanting. Chapter 5. How to use harmony's power. In quantum physics, the way one particle acts can change the way another particle acts, even if they are very far apart. This rule also applies to us as individuals, since we live in a universe where everything is linked. Energy that is always moving ripples inside and around us. We are always connected to each other and to the flow of events and energy in the universe. When everyone is on the same page, there is an endless flow of gifts and plenty that reaches everywhere on Earth. But if we don't stay in balance, we fall out of this beautiful stream and end up stuck on the bank of the river, where we can only watch benefits pass by. This is how our energy that harmonizes is the key to synchronicity, a magical event in which energies are so perfectly matched that a world of amazing possibilities opens up. A number of amazing events happen at the same time, lighting the spark for real results. We find exactly what we need at the right time and place when this happens. People always seem to be there to help, information always seems to be there when we need it, and inspiration is always there. Harmony happens when different currents come together. Intentions come true in a mysterious way, but it's not magic, and it doesn't happen by accident. Alignment of forces, awareness, and even goals is what harmony is all about. The law of harmony says that when you choose to balance yourself and connect with the universe, your purpose and energy open the doors to universal wealth. This means that you can receive all the good things and power that the world has to offer. To reach this perfect state, your energies need to match up with the vibrations of everything around you. Your energy needs to be in sync with the flow of the universe, with other people, and with yourself. Take the example of a group of people working together to reach a shared goal. When everyone works together smoothly, respects each other's ideas, and harmonizes their efforts, they unleash a flow of inspiration and productivity that makes amazing things possible. On the other hand, disagreements and conflict between team members can slow down progress and make it harder to succeed. In the same way, balance in human interactions leads to deeper bonds and better understanding between two people. People form meaningful connections when they match their energies, talk to each other honestly, and help each other grow. On the other hand, forces that aren't in sync can cause confusion, fights, and mental distance. Harmony is basically the music of life, where each note adds to the beautiful flow of things. By adjusting to this peaceful energy, we release the power of coincidence and let the universe's infinite wealth flow into our lives. Self-harmony, creating inner balance and strength. All laws and answers are based on self-harmony. It means making choices every day that bring balance to your ideas, feelings, and behaviors. The way we go through life, from seemingly unimportant thoughts to important choices, affects the amount of balance in our own energy. Having balanced thoughts can help you feel less stressed and more present. This state of mind starts with accepting yourself and goes on to accepting that life is fair. Surprisingly, the balance that leads to unity comes from having goals that seem to be at odds with each other, taking full responsibility while giving up control. Being truly self-responsible means taking full responsibility for your life, including your thoughts, feelings, and works. This may seem hard, but it's important to see it as a journey of growth and self-discovery that never ends. Our rhythm and awareness change as we choose more worthy ways to think and act, which brings about more unity. Stopping yourself from criticizing yourself and learning to accept yourself are the first steps towards self-harmony. To reach a higher level of awareness and create more attractive energy, you must refuse to criticize yourself. If you hate yourself, you can't be in cosmic flow. If you're afraid or want to control other people, you can't be in unity with them. For living in harmony with the world and receiving all of life's gifts, one must first achieve peace within themselves. When you connect yourself on the inside, you gain power, which lets you live your life with peace and satisfaction. Bringing about inner harmony. Having a peaceful mind and heart is the first step toward having goals that work well together. This is because all benefits come from within. This is more than just an idea about positive thinking. It's the core of how energy really works. It is inevitable that you will draw more conflict from the outside world if your ideas and feelings are already conflicted. Many people find that love, peace, acceptance, and excitement about their own lives are the best feelings to work on. You will be trying without much to offer if you don't put these important feelings first in your daily life. To stay out of this, you need to get straight again. Accepting yourself should be at the center of your mind, and loving yourself should be at the center of your emotions. Having such a calm base makes it easier to balance your daily tasks in terms of time and importance. Even though different parts of your life, like family and work, may need your attention, there are times when you need to focus more on one area and briefly put others on hold. There is an energy problem with goals that aren't balanced, no matter how normal it seems. If you show that you are ready to give up something important to you, you send clear energy messages that can only bring you people and situations that need you to give up more. If you put yourself last all the time, you will always be last when it comes to getting what you want. You can't get around it. The universe always shows you what's most important to you. When you act in harmony, you show that you respect yourself, your family, your job, and your personal goals. To get the best harmonic harmony, you need to be very aware of how you use your mental and physical energy. If you are always running from one meeting to the next and have a lot of things to do, your energy will be jumbled, which will make other people give you trouble and confusion. If you spend your days doing things that are distracting or that you are addicted to, it can throw off the balance of your energy and make it harder to move toward your dreams. If you're not balanced, you're not in rhythm, and your emotions are not in sync with the flow of everything. Peace over strife, trust over fear, and ideals over judgment are all things that can be found in balance. This is a choice you can always make. Let go of the stress and fear in your mind and heart. Pick peace, trust, and courage instead. Relax, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. You can feel the change it makes in your mind. Being in harmony with others means accepting and embracing unity. Harmony starts inside and spreads to connect with others. When people work together, they make a beautiful rhythmic music. This music is about you, and you can find beautiful tunes in everything. To join this amazing music, you must connect your energy with others in a way that works well with others, not just one watch. To be in balance, you have to accept yourself and others without trying to get praise or rejection. This is a must if you want to avoid the harmful effects of fighting. In order to get help from the universe, you have to stop doing things that hurt it. That's why you should look for unity and parallels instead of differences. If you want to use energy to get things done, you have to accept this view of the world. You can't see other people differently than you see yourself. This is an important part of your world and awareness. If you see the world as a battlefield, you have to use fear to get what you want. You will be uncomfortable and act without thinking as long as you see other people as threats to your happiness. Being sure you know everything means no one can threaten you. People who will help you, not hurt you, will come to you when you are in love and understanding. You give people power when you turn them down. You add, "You have the ability to make me angry or fearful. You have power over me." Harmony with the universe. Accepting the divine link. You can move your powers whenever and however you want. There is no place or time in the universe where your impact is not felt. Everything you do, say, and think has a frequency that goes beyond you and has your name on it. It will blend with frequencies that are similar over time, and the energies that are stored will come back to you. You will draw good or bad emotions based on the ones you agree with. Connecting with the source of the universe, that great awareness that made everything, is the first step toward harmony with the universe. In order to align your energy with all the good feelings in the world, all you need to do is connect with the holy awareness. It's there all the time and just around the corner. It's interesting how some people try to ignore or even fight this strong force when they need to use it to reach their own goals. A holy presence might be a strange idea that makes you feel scared, or it might be too vague or rigid. It doesn't matter what the reason is. A lot of people really don't want to use this power, so they stay away from the best source of their answers. It's your choice whether to call this huge creative awareness God, the source of goodness, the creative force, or just the universe. What matters is that you can't deny your relationship to it. You have a holy soul and heart that exist as a sign of God's will. There is always the smartest mind in the universe vibrating inside and around you. The more you connect your energy to this all-powerful heartbeat, the more you'll be blessed by everyone. Being aware of this part of who you are more deeply, both energetically and consciously, makes everything you do more clear. You can see clearly, have good goals, and act creatively when you live in harmony with the universe's kind source. Start to see this power in you by saying, "I am one with the source of goodness. I connect with the divine presence in all things. Acknowledging the divine within myself and everyone else, I attract blessings from this powerful and kind source, and I am grateful for it all." Part 6. The Law of Right Actions. There is a close link between the law of right acts and the law of magnetism. Their main difference is that one doesn't use energy to do what the other does. This chapter will teach you a concept that includes both the thought and how we treat other people. This can be a tricky situation because a lot of people think wrongly that they can't effectively select both ideas. They believe that you have to be selfish to treat yourself well, or that you have to give up something in order to treat others well. Based on the law of right deeds, things don't need to be this way. The energy you send out into the world, whether it's toward yourself or other people, is like a bank account for your future. Every thought you have, every action you take, and every contact you have with other people, good or bad, is an investment. You will only get negative things if you only think negative thoughts. This is true for everything you do, for yourself or for other people. The law of right action says that your energy keeps going around in the world on its own. Value, respect, and dignity will grow in your life based on how much you encourage them in the world around you. That being said, if the things you do hurt other people's worth, respect, and decency, then those things will hurt you too. This concept says that you should ask yourself before making any choice, does this honor me and others? This is where all of your energy decisions will come together throughout your life. You always make choices that will either make your sense of honor stronger or weaker. This goes for the choices you make every day, the things you do over and over, and how you talk to other people. You have a lot of choices every day, and the ones you make will energetically either make you happy or make you sad. The frequency of honoring energy is one of the most powerful and attractive ones you can send out. When you pick it, you can feel it in your body. but you may know something is wrong when you choose to do something that makes you look bad. It doesn't seem right, even if things look like they're going well. You will know the difference in your heart, even though there are no rules that say how to tell the difference. You will know deep down if you are sending out the respectful energy that will add value to your life every time you think about something, decide what to do, speak a word, or do something. It's pretty clear what the matter of honor is, but it's not always easy to make the right choice. You need to follow your gut and choose the choice that makes you feel good about your own sense of self-worth. It might not always be easy to do the right thing, but it is always the best thing for everyone. Plans with love at their core. Developing ideals and spreading love are at the heart of the right thing to do. All artistic expressions work because love is the energy that drives them. When we sync our thinking with this powerful force, we connect our energy with the higher awareness that makes everything possible. This gives us unmatched power to go after our dreams. The goal of love tells us how to act in ways that make our lives and the lives of others better. To make the right choices, you need to show respect, bravery, and care. Every encounter and experience gives us the chance to raise the energy of every part of it by choosing acceptance over judgment, support over rejection, priority over dismissal, and empowerment over control. Every day gives us many choices, some of which are good and some of which bad. The way we treat other people is just as important as the way we treat ourselves. When we make choices based on respect and honor, our emotions can align with the right thing to do. No matter how much we try to ignore it, each of us is unique and important in the grand plan of things. Many people think that doing big things, getting rich, or showing off amazing beauty or ability makes someone special. But the universe works like a huge clock, with many obvious parts and many parts that don't seem to be important. Still, each little piece is unique and important. Our bodies are also like complicated networks, with many processes that are all closely linked to each other. Whether we are aware of it or not, each of us is a unique part of the universe's complex system, adding our own energy to the whole. We can make it harder for the universal clock of our global purpose to work if we choose to deny how unique we are and put less value on ourselves and others. By learning to respect ourselves as unique and seeing others as important parts of God's plan, no matter what, we can see the universe as a whole, and our respect will lead to more good actions everywhere. Doing the right thing isn't about being moral, it's about the energy of cause and effect, which is also known as the law of cause and effect. There is no denying the truth about energy. You receive the same energy that you send out. If you hold grudges and allow people to take advantage of you, you will finally be treated the same way. People will treat you the same way over time if you are false and dishonest. The law of right action says that your honor should be based on how you treat other people, while the law of passion says that it should be based on how you treat yourself. It may seem like two different things, but it's about keeping your life in balance. You can put others first without giving up yourself, and you can live your life with honor or do the right thing every day. Everyone has a different idea of what is honorable, but the deed and the purpose come from love. Your decision to go for it makes you feel more respected and gives you real power, not fake power. No longer will you have to use bad forces like pride, anger, or even fear to gain power. Being able to understand how your acts affect other people will help you choose the right ones. Always make the choice based on love and respect when you're not sure what to do. In the end, this is what doing the right thing means, and it's always the right choice. Chapter 7. How energy is exchanged. The seventh law talks about how the resonances of other people affect you and how their resonances affect them. There is always a flow of energy in everything in life. There is a mental and energetic stream that controls everything in our lives. This stream is made through build-up. The phase of fusion is a quantum physics event that shows how this process works. In nature, particles bump into each other and then break apart. However, when two particles bump into each other, they often take part of the other particle with them. The fusing law basically says that when two things come together, their forces merge, and when they split apart, each one leaves something behind. Emotions are similar in that they make us confused. It happens to all of us every day. In fact, when we connect with someone, they pick up our energy and we pick up theirs. One example is that we might get tense when we argue with a yelling youth, even after some time has passed. We might feel more sad if we spend time with someone who is unhappy. In addition, being around happy people makes us feel good. Everyone's energy is important, and feelings spread easily. This is a very important thought for our goal setting. We need to pay attention to the ties we build in our personal, work, and social lives. Because energy has an innate effect on us, choices can be affected by other people's spirits, as well as our own thoughts, feelings, and general health. You can see that this trend is an important thing to think about when you are running or having a business. When it comes to hiring honest people, this trend is especially important. You don't want someone with low vibes to bring careless and dishonest energy to the place where you work. Because energy impact spreads throughout the universe, it is very important that you be honest in business. The law of expanding influence says that your energy flows through the universe and affects everything around you as well as the whole earth. The peace in the world, the unity in your family, and the success of your business are all affected by you. Because of this law, the power of your energy can reach anyone. Your goal for unity will finally find its way into everyone's mind. Setting a goal for yourself is necessary if you want to live a life of respect and send good energy to people in your local area. You need to feel more excited about your own life before you can expect your family's life to be more peaceful. To make your staff better, everyone needs to know how much power they have and how it can change things. To be successful, you need to be honest, passionate, brave, and have support. These are the waves that are needed to get what you want, whether it's a good friendship or a well-run business. As we've already seen, expansive action says that things that happen in one area can have a big effect on another. This also goes for what you do and how you feel. In our universe, anything can happen at any time and in any place. We are all connected at the quantum level, which means that our thoughts and actions can have instant results, such as bringing us into contact with people and events we didn't expect. As small as a particle and as big as a black hole, the universe is a field of options and a world of quivering potential. There are many things we can do to reach our goals, and our effect goes beyond our immediate area should always motivate us to do so. The outcomes may not be what we had hoped for, but they will still happen if we have the right mindset. Not only does continuous action raise purpose, it also lowers anxiety. The more you focus on your goal, the more energy you use to reach it. Each move you make is like telling the universe what to do next. You can't be sure of when or how it will act. The result can be very different, even if you plant the seed in the same place. The fact that we are not local gives us a lot of energy potential. Every thought and action plants a new seed in the garden of our future. It's important to know that purpose and influence have an endless process, even if the effects aren't noticed right away. It always leads to something in some way. Because of this, we should always strive for the best and make positive changes everywhere. In this way, we let the universe give us all of its options, even the strange ones, increasing our power. As we work toward our own goals, our impact spreads out into the universe, but this is only a small part of the creative mind as a whole. Our effects reach all the way to the ends of the world, whether we are aware of it or not. The seventh universal law says that our energy moves to join with other energies that are similar to it. This creates a mix of waves that makes up the field of awareness and has an enormous effect on our lives. For short, M fields stand for morphogenetic fields, which are these awareness fields that all over the world. M fields, like electric and gravity fields, are forces that change the way we live. Energies like emotions and information build up in these fields, which affects the big change our species is going through. The energy of every person, including yours, feeds these huge pools of shared awareness. After some time, that power grows and affects other people. The fields of love and fear or hate are the two main areas of emotional awareness. Every thought, opinion, choice and action we make as people helps one of these fields grow. We feed the field of love every time we do something loving, whether it's for ourselves or for someone else. But every time we give in to hate or judgment, whether it's toward ourselves or others, we make the fear field stronger. The more energy that builds up in each of these fields, the stronger that energy becomes in the universe. This makes the awareness of love or hate move, which affects other people's choices and experiences. The field that gets the most care will be the one with the most power in the world. We are responsible for choosing love in our own lives and in the lives of others. This will make the energy of goodness in the world go faster. If we don't, we make hate and fear spread faster. The fields are neutral, so having a specific goal is not a result of them. It doesn't matter to gravity whether things rise or fall. The field of love and hate doesn't care how we deal with their impact in the world either. What each person wants to happen defines the path of humanity. The force and power we see all around us comes from the thoughts and deeds of each person. That's why you need to commit to being more kind to yourself and others if you want love to grow in your relationships, your work, and the world as a whole. You can always use the power of love, as you will see in the next chapter. It will bring benefits to your own life and the lives of everyone else around you as well, if you bring it to your awareness, energy, and purpose. As we look into the 7 universal laws of success, we've reached the darkest parts of quantum reality, where purpose and energy are the most important things. Understanding how complicated the quantum world is and how much it affects our lives has been made possible by each part we read. With focused purpose and confidence, we can bring our dreams into reality. This is where the law of creation comes in. Then, the law of magnetism helps us understand the principle of attraction by showing us how our energy brings similar rhythms into our lives, which changes our reality. We learned that the law of pure desire taught us how to use the quantum field's endless potential by making sure that our intentions are in line with our greatest goals. The law of paradoxical intent talks about how purpose is contradictory and tells us to let go of control and trust that our wishes will come true. As we learned how everything is connected and how to flow with the holy flow of the universe, harmony became our driving principle. This is called the law of harmony. By showing how our actions affect the world around us, the law of right action was a good way to remember how important it is to be moral and kind. In the end, the law of expanded impact showed us how much our energy affects the awareness of everything, begging us to pick love over fear and kindness over judgment. Because of these laws, we now have a better idea of how to make our dreams come true and create a world that is rich, happy, and full. Here we are at the end of our discussion on the 7 universal laws of success. May these insights guide you as you strive for quantum success. I hope you never stop putting your purpose and energy into making your dreams come true and building a life that you love, is excited about, and is successful.